Nsubire kwe muri bine bigambo bikulu era kansoke mbibawe then ate tutambule tulabe.
Meanwhile, that is only the English of the foot soldiers. People power. Our power. People are so called people power. Our power. NUP. Everywhere. Kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga School of Leadership kunga. Kunga Chakula kunga. Kunga NUP kunga. Kunga Qualified Revolutionaries kunga. Kunga Academy kunga. Kunga Special Hooligans kunga. Thank you so much, Mr. President. To the Vice Chancellor, Mr. Lewis Rubongoya. To the Chancellor of this mighty academy, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the country and the people of Uganda, Kyagulanyi Robert Ssentamu. All protocol observed, good afternoon. We are very humbled that as a party, as the National Unity Platform, we have been given the privilege to study to the extent that now we are qualified to be called our awadees. Not because tomorrow we are going to sit with these certificates, but because we are the qualified revolutionaries and we seek for change for this country. Mr. President, you have given us the opportunity to study about the history of our country. Now we know and we can clarify that 38 years back, our country was able to even borrow some countries that we admire today. Mr. President, now we know that at one moment, this country was shining more than those that today we admire. Mr. President, we have been taught about governance, and now we know the importance, at least, of the judiciary. We know the importance of the executive, and we know the importance of the legislature, but most importantly, how independent they should be. Mr. President, to every country, all these are there, all these organs. But we looked at our country as a study case. And we saw how we are lacking in form of the independence of these different organs. Where when colleagues are imprisoned for reasons we don't know, a directive has to come from the head of the executive. Where if the legislature is bringing a bill like the coffee bill today, it is the leader of the executive that has to appoint. Mr. President, we have learned that the judiciary should not do that which is pleasant to the government. Mr. President, we have learned that the judiciary should not work in order to please those that are in government. Because at the end of the day, our question is, if the judiciary works for the head of the executive, if the legislature works for the head of the executive, then who is going to hold the one who heads the executive accountable? Mr. President, we are only grateful for the work that you have done for us. When you were coming, we also don't know who brought you. We just saw you. But you told us that you're bringing change to this country. Up to now, they say you're a musician. For us, we call you a professor and a chancellor. Mr. President, we are so grateful. And to colleagues here, we have learned how important bringing out only one ideology, that is discipline. We should be radically disciplined, that we may not take on others with abuse, but we may make them see the point that we want them to see. That we may not abuse others simply because they don't agree with us, but we pull them closer to where we want them to be. We are seeking for mindset change. We have been very well trained by our dear teachers here that in all forms, never should we lose our temper because of the people that have sold the struggle. That it is only those that have sold the struggle that have sold themselves. The struggle will surely and forever remain. Mr. President, all parents here, I want you to be just remain seated if you pay the tuition for the students. Remain seated if you pay the tuition for the students. Remain seated if you pay tuition for the students. I want to make it clear that in the National Unity Platform, we started for free. Please, parents, sit down. That is evidence that none of them paid the tuition, and yet we started and now we qualify. These members of the National Unity Platform speaks about the man that is seated right there. That when he is the president, we may actually not need to pay school fees for our children. That in a country, our children will study for free and graduate. We have seen him help different institutions in form of hospitals and contributing. That speaks a lot of the man that is seated right there. He is doing much more before he becomes president. I'm only scared what will happen. Mr. President, we are much grateful for the work that you're doing for us. I am concluding because concluding I must. Mr. President, as the school of the National Unity Platform, as the school that is here to be educated, to educate others, we only request of you that you send us, because we are ready to serve. We are qualified revolutionaries, and I know they will feel us. And so members, for you that are there, if you feel as I feel, if you feel as I feel, if you see as I see, if you touch as I touch, I want to tell you that there is only one man, a generational leader, a very candid man, a gentleman, a statesman, a qualified, a chancellor, a professor of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. We want to thank you all for having come. But as a school, we have the mandate to go and teach others. Mr. Wise from Fumbiro, I know when you were teaching me communication, you taught me about time. But you can also see as the school of the National Unity Platform, we thought it wise that among all ladies, there is this lady called Kaija. And so today, we felt as a school we need to reward her. As people prepare the gift, Mr. President, conclusively we got to learn about how time is important. That it is only a matter of time, but we are getting there. We were told that when the time is right, even when you speak English it flows. You ask Honorable Geoffrey Rutaya in Parliament. When the time is right, everything falls into place. And so we are only waiting for the right time, and we shall be behind you as the youth of this country. Madam Kaija, here you are on behalf of the school of the National Unity Platform Academy. Please give a hand clap to our headmistress. She did very wonderful. And Mr. President, I have been given the authority to invite you and be part of this handover. Mr. President, we are very grateful and we request that you come and hand over this to her. Please, you may leave for the camera. Madam Kaija, we are so grateful for the work that Madam Kaija, we are so grateful for the nice work. We want to thank you for all that you're doing for us, and we are ready to support you wherever. May the good Lord bless you.
People power, our power. Give my brother here another big applause. He's the former guild president and of Makerere University. Add him another hand. Mr. President, and occasionally the student today has also moved with the mother, and we wish to take special recognition of the mother of this young man. Mama. Jangu mama jangu. Mutabanu wakolere ne buyinza gye buva. Kuzaala kujagana gendo babuzeko abakulu. Mukulembere mama. Mr. President, ebifaananyi ebyo naye mama kababuzeeko ab'ebifaananyi kazola mu bifune. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please, she is the liaison coordinator of the Institute of Learning, and I'll give her this moment to speak to us. You most welcome.
Thank you very much. Hope I will not be asked to stand up. This height is enough. The President, Your Excellency, the CIC, RSK, General Mugisha Muntu, our guest speaker for the day, the Right Honorable John Sanyonyi, the Vice President, the Secretary General, leaders of our party, the awardees of today, our facilitators of the school, the parents for our awardees of the day, and everyone, I want to salute you all. My name is Kaija Doreen. I want to use very little minutes of your time, given the weather that we had from the morning. Today is a day when we get together as the National Unity Platform, but most importantly, as the People Power Movement, to award or to recognize the efforts of our young ladies and gentlemen that are seated in that tent. We should give it a very thunderous hand. Mr. President, to go back from the time we commenced having our institution of learning in Kamocha, it's not been all silver and gold. It's been a very tough hustle, more so when we come together as a group from different backgrounds, but again, trying to help each other grow towards the same cause. So it's not been an easy journey. I want to believe, not just on my side, but even from their side. There has been a lot of sacrifice that they have made. Of course, from the start, it was full of intimidation. And allow me to inform you that most times the cases that we had from the start was the worry of these people being kidnapped given the time to which we carry on our classes. But I used to tell them, if you think you can still be scared of being kidnapped in this day, and more so with the Uganda that we are in today, then you're not fit to be with us. Because as of now, people must know and understand the situation and the fragile environment of the country that we are in. Either you make the sacrifice to stop the situation that we are in, or you go back, sit and wait for others to do it on your behalf. And when they do it on your behalf, still you will be cursing others for not doing what you think is right. So I believe that with the sacrifice that these people have made, it is rightly and just for us to have a day like this to celebrate them, but also to ask the country to look at them as they are going to be sent out to the community to preach the gospel of change. Mr. President, today, the country that we are in, others read the news in the papers, others watch on the mainstream, others use social media. But I think our generation today goes through the same and feels the same. They don't watch it from afar. So that means our involvement, our being at the forefront of our struggle, we want to credit it highly to you. Because there are people that thought maybe you're still young to do this. Maybe you're not educated enough. And they will call us all sorts of names, the hooligans, and all groups that are demeaning, all names that are demeaning. And it is good that today we've embraced those names and we've challenged them. We've challenged the status quo. Era nkimanyi nti batuwulira. So, I want to say that today, most to you people that are there, today is a day not just to celebrate the awarding of our certificates or the time where we've come, but today is a day when we take it upon ourselves to take a step. Like we've said, the next step that we are taking is going to be a serious learning, where we are learning from work. You're going to learn to tell people what is bad, such that people must know. People need to know. People need the information. Don't keep it for yourself. I believe the party will be trying by all means to send you as the ambassadors in all the other places of the country that will be, such that the information that has been passed on to you is not left with you, but it is passed on to the communities that are up country and to the communities that are far from the school. We have a request to the President, because we've had so many numbers that come in willing to be enrolled. Sometimes we can't be in position to take them all. But not only that, we have also so many numbers of people that are country and they are not in position to be with us there. So we ask on your table, sir, that there will be an opportunity for us to support and also deliver that service to the people that are far from where we are. Mr. President and the awardees, the situation that we are in as a country would not, maybe others would question, why should people be in for classes? Why should people be in for being trained? I know there are many now who are there. They are still questioning, why should people be trained? But you will never fight for what you don't know. You must know and then fight for what you rightly believe. So I want to thank you very, very much that you made the right decision to come learn, have the skill of being leaders, have the skill of fighting for what you believe in, but also building a network. This is a very strong network that we've built with each other. The relationship that we've built with each other is that will push us from where we are to the next step where we want to go. I want to send my appreciations more so to the people who have highly supported the school. I've thanked the facilitators, but that will go to the Secretary General's table. But I want to thank the guest speakers that have always been coming through to support the school. I would have loved to mention, but I think some of them are not here. But I thank that the leader of opposition came through, the president himself came through, Chairman Nyanzi also came through. So I want to dearly thank you. For those who are around, please thank you for always coming through when you're called upon to serve the people. Thank you very much. I see people are very cold. I'll sing one song and then I'll ask my awardees, the three people that are meant to represent the three classes, to come and say a word. So we shall rise and sing. Asante NUP, oh NUP, NUP, oh asante mama, oh asante mama, oh NUP, NUP, oh Jagulani, oh Jagulani, oh Jagulani, NUP, oh people power, oh people power, oh people power, oh machete chitaria, oh muonge chitaria, oh Bobi Yanga, NUP, oh Chintu chitaria, oh Kato chitaria, oh Jime chitaria. Oh Musa Chitalya, oh NUP, oh Abdallah, NUP, oh la comrades, oh in prisons, oh for our freedom, NUP, oh la comrades, oh in grace, oh for our freedom, NUP, oh asante mama, oh asante sana, oh futu soja, NUP, oh futu soja, oh futu soja, oh tusonge mbele, oh for our freedom, oh for our freedom, oh for our freedom, oh asante sana, oh asante sana, oh NUP. Thank you. Thank you. I request the three people who are meant to speak on our behalf to kindly come forward and be respectful of time. Honorable Seruka.
Chancellor for Mulunji, the President of Uganda, Vice President, the President of Anti, Leader of Opposition, Egye Lya, Madam Kaija, omukulembeze waffe w'ettendekero, abasomesa waffe abalungi, non-teaching staff, namwe tuli organizing foot soldiers, ladies and gentlemen. Mukama mulungi, ekiseera kyonna. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Amanya gange nze Nasali Shamim, kansala omukyala akiikirira Makindye 2, nga nyimiridde wano ku lwa bannange abakilasi abo nno nga beba elected leaders be babadde mu kilasi eyo. Ebigambo bye ngenda okwogera byabwe si byange ng'omuntu. Atuli basiimu nnyo Chancellor waffe, weebale nnyo, weebalire ddala otwongerako. Sirina bigambo bingi bye nnyinza kwogera oba kudya mu kigambo ky'okwebaza mutukoze obulungi obutagambika. Tubadde n'okusoomooza eri bannaffe, nja kuyita abeefuula ab'opposition, abayita mu UID, nga buli we tuyimirira okwogera batusoomooza, naye njagala obategeeza nti wallahi billahi tallahi leero temulina kye mutugamba. Tetusomye busomi wabula batugunjudde, tugunjuse mu nneeyisa ng'abakulembeze, tugunjuse mu nneeyisa ey'obutabba. Chancellor bwe tutunuulira abakulembeze abayita mu UID nga balifaringa ku the likes of Mpuuga, nalyoka ne siyita mu UID. Ffe mu NUP tuli zero tolerance to corruption, ako bakanjigiriza era tukusuubiza tetugenda kulya mu kibiina kyaffe lukwe, tetugenda kulya mu bantu baffe lukwe ng'osobeddwa nga tolina gw'otuma gy'oyagala kutuma yonna, weetuli ng'abayizi ba NUP okubeera nga tuweereza ekibiina kyaffe wamu n'eggwanga. Nga mmaliriza, nsigadde ndi Nasali Shamim, erya Egye Lya Bobi likola ssente, ate erya Mama Gaza liyamba abantu ba wansi. Neyanziza nnyo, neyanzeege.
People power, our power, people power. God is good all the time.
Our President of Uganda, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, our guest speaker, Major General Mugisha Muntu, our Secretary General, Mr. Lewis Rubongoya, retired Honorable the Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joe Senyonyi, Deputy President Mama Zedriga, the staff of National Unity Platform, our dear parents, my dear colleagues, the students of National Unity Platform, yellow wishers, and the leaders, political leaders at large, I really welcome you. We are sorry for the inconvenience because it has rained cats and dogs, but we shall catch up. My name is Muono Air Force, Mugwere by tribe, all the way from Mukono district. I'm here to represent the foot soldier class, Class A. Here are the members who are available here. Allow me to echo the words of the revolutionaries about education. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Nelson Mandela, our icon, once said, education is a powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. Uganda can be a case study. And once a former second-in-hand of Fidel Castro Chukwavara said, education is the first duty of a true revolutionarist. Dear Mr. President, allow me to say, soldiers, we are very happy for the opportunity you have given to us. Our dear teachers, we shall always remember that one pen, one beret, one book, and one teacher can change the world. Dear our parents, the sacrifice and the conducive environment you gave us, today we have made it, and I'm happy we are making history. Dear Mr. President, we had so many challenges since we are still a young party, but so far so good. Where we are, I'm happy where we are, because where we are going, we are seeing. The sky is the limit. The more we learned, the more we realized that we did. No. Dear Mr. President, we are ignorant about the history of our nation, Uganda. Dear Mr. President, we are ignorant about the ideology of our party. We are also ignorant about our laws, the civil rights, the human rights. We are very ignorant. Dear Mr. President, we are ignorant about the political situation of our country. Dear Mr. President, we have leaders who are ignorant about what they are supposed to do. I'm very happy to be a witness in the history of making of the day of graduating with my brothers when they are awarding us our certificates in whatever we have learned. Dear Mr. President, we came like a fish out of water. We came like a gun without a bullet. But I want to assure you, we have learned a lot. Now we are a gun, we are a gun, we are a bullet with a gun. Dear Mr. President, allow me to finalize. I urge other members, especially leaders, not to lose this opportunity, because this opportunity, it is a very wonderful opportunity that no one should miss it. Dear Mr. President, when we are here, we are home. Like the way they say, a home can build a nation, but a parliament does not build a nation. A home, when one's home is safe, it attracts justice for all. With my colleagues on behalf of the foot soldiers, we say we can, we shall, and we do. With you, National Unity Platform, we are a home when given an opportunity. Dear Mr. President, if they will give us a chance, we have surprises for you and the entire Noob School of Leadership, especially Madam Kaindia. You have done more good than harm. Thank you.
Byebyo Egye Lya President Kyagulanyi Center mu Robert Bubwan lyazimbye linanta meggwa linanta kwatwako linanta zanyirwako era nga gino Museveni wali akalirwa kawulira simanyi bano otala luwangula bano otala abavubuka lwa mwananchi wa Munnayuganda owa wansi ate awo muto obwongo obukyasaza abaana wedde ekyongo kisaza era nga baagala nkyukakyuka ya ggwanga lyabwe era nga bali ready okukola whatever it takes okulaba nga bazza obuyinza bw'ensi yabwe bawambibwa mu kadde tali eyo babuzze mu mikono gy'omuvubuka Kyagulanyi Center mu Robert Bubwan eggwanga kiferesa okutambula nga ligenda mu maaso eyo Noob School of Leadership tuyigwa omugigi gwefulumizza onoowulira embaga kakati nno zigenda kudda okunywa Mukama bakuume mwera